Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and welcome back to Stargirl. This time we're on Season 1, Episode 11, titled Brainwave Jr. So, delving into a bit more of the present now with Henry. Last episode, we saw Henry discovering more of his dad's past as Brainwave, how he discovered his powers, how he started using them, and what his path to becoming Brainwave and being within the being within the ISA was actually like. So that was cool. He saw all the videotapes that Henry documented of his power usage and the kind of philosophy that it led to him having, about the world. And then Henry ended up adopting that philosophy that people are bad and that, deep down they're all monsters and that they need to be sorted out or eliminated and all that kind of stuff. So we saw that. We saw the Markents and the Whitmores, the Whitmore Dugans having bit of a family dinner that Barbara invited them to after finding out that Jordan's kind of familial dinner return wouldn't be as satisfactory as he'd hoped. So she invited them round, and that happened. And then Courtney got a whiff of him being icicle when he handled the boiling hot oven plate with his bare hands. That even caused her, even without properly wearing the oven mitts, to actually sizzle her hands a bit. So we had that, and then at the very end, she had the idea to use the staff to kind of sniff him out, see if he really was icicle. And then Barbara caught her and Dugan, her and Pat handling the staff in the basement. So yeah, she saw it glowing, she saw it hovering, and then she saw it switch itself off and collapse on the floor. So I think it's fair to say that a reveal to her is actually in the works. So I don't know how that's going to affect the show. Like that's the main kind of issue I have. We're still in the first season of the show. If it worked, I think a reveal to Barbara would work better as a season finale. So then it would actually leave season 2 open to the kind of to the kind of story where would she let Pat and Courtney carry on with this thing in season 2? Would season 2 be about convincing Barbara that stuff is out there, or that they're okay, or that they can do this and she doesn't have to worry, or what's going to happen? But I don't know. Maybe the finale is going to be powered by the reveal in some way. But I don't know. I didn't think it'd be coming this early. I thought it'd actually work better as a finale material and leave fans in the questioning section. But I guess we'll see. We'll see. But we saw that. We saw Pat sharing some more of his memories of his superhero exploits. Him and Sylvester were actually with the seven. I think it was the 7 Nights of Victory. Yeah, I think it was the 7 Nights of Victory, like an older team that actually featured the janitor as the guy with the knight in shining armor, and I think with the sword and everything. And then they had Robin Hood, they had the Crimson Avenger, they had Wing, and a bunch of other people. So that was their first team, and that was the first time, I think, or at least that was one of the times they had actually previously faced Dragon King before he had actually joined the ISA, and Pat and Sylvester were in the JSA too. So there's some history. So hopefully going forward we can actually unlock more stuff and see what's really going on behind curtains and closed doors and whatnot. So yeah, we had all of that stuff. And then at the very end, very end, Henry Jr. took out a lawyer that didn't really care about Henry Sr.'s condition and just wanted his money for the case, just wanted his money. So he killed him because he was displaying signs of greed and stuff. So he killed him, and then his dad literally woke up to that sight. So yeah, but Brainwave is awake now. So now I think it comes to the question of whether or not Brainwave or his son is going to help power the satellite, because that was the ISA's main concern. Like, who's going to power the satellite? We have to wait and see if Henry has the powers. Great, he has the powers, so now we have to see if he can actually power the satellite or not. But now Brainwave Senior is awake, so I don't know how this stuff's gonna go down, but it's getting good. It's getting really, really good. I'm seriously enjoying this season and this show as a whole. So season 2, once it comes out, should be a great ride. But before we get to that, let's carry on with this and get through the finales too. So yeah, that is pretty much all I have from the last one. So this is episode 11, Brainwave. This will also be the highlight reel. So if you guys want the full-length reaction, the full-length watch-along to this episode, you can catch that over on Patreon. But yeah, that is it. So let's go. Such a great song. Such a great song.
I'm fine. You take it. Thank you.
I have a better idea.
Share it. Share it. I feel like I know why they're doing this flashback, to show that, you know, this is point A and point B is Barbara discovering the truth of his extracurricular activities. Oh, there it is.
What the hell? I know he told you his name was Sam Curtis, but
Sam
that was just an
Curtis.
alias.
Ah.
This is my dad. The proof is right here.
Do not touch that thing.
But Mom,
No, it's too late for that.
go to your
It is
room.
far
Right
too late for
now.
that.
When Courtney was hurt and you took her to the hospital, was that really from a car accident?
No, he had to lie about that.
Where have the last 10 years gone? How can I forget 10 years?
10 years? Wait, he's got memory loss?
My memory.
Of 10
It will
years?
come back.
You had a seizure.
No, I mean, in Nebraska.
Oh,
This
damn.
year after Mom died.
Oh, he really does have memory loss. Has he forgotten everything, being Brainwave as well?
Mary?
Oh. Oh, he doesn't even remember that. Oh, God, that
a long
was.
time ago.
Oh.
You said that she was ice cold.
Ice cold. Wait. Ice cold. Like literally frozen or just. Okay, this raises questions. This raises questions.
Wait, you guys gonna get a divorce?
No, no way. No. Right?
I don't know if I tell you this enough, but
Don't get all shaky on me, big guy. I'm gonna go pack a bag.
I love you.
Mm.
We met while I was robbing a bank. A bank, of all things. Such a cliche.
Yeah, that classic
Mary,
old rom-com
girl of
movie, robbing a
1,000
bank.
Gimmicks, the papers called her. Seeing the world through Mary's eyes made me question Jordan and his mission.
Oh, so yeah, Icicle
But
definitely killed
Jordan
her.
couldn't allow that.
Yeah, Icicle definitely killed her.
He led the Justice Society of America to us,
Oh.
and we killed them,
Oh.
including Mary's brother,
Starman.
Starman.
Oh, damn.
I knew she would never forgive me for playing a part.
Oh.
I hoped.
Wait, but Icicle killed Starman, though. Icicle killed Starman. He killed her brother.
We will carve out the heart of America, and we'll control it,
Oh, so that's why it's just 6 to 6 in
Can
the
you
center of
imagine
America. Okay.
reshaping that many thoughts.
Whoa. Oh, damn. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, what are you doing, Starfy? What are you doing? Don't think anything. Block out your thoughts. Block out your thoughts. Don't think anything. Yeah.
You really never wanted me or my dad around, did you?
Oh, no, Mike,
That's not
that is
true.
not what this is
Brothers
about.
and sisters trust each other. They tell each other everything. They help each other. Have a good life, Court.
Mike.
No, Mike.
Mike.
Give him the pen. Give him the Johnny Thunder pen. Give him that pink pen. Let him unleash hell on the ISA. Do that much. Don't wait for his friend Jakeem to come round, even if that is comic accurate. Just give Mike the pen.
And your mom was Starman's sister?
Your aunt.
Yeah.
So they're cousins then. They're cousins.
You're my cousin?
Damn. Brainwave Jr. and Stargirl are cousins. Oh. Oh, damn. That's very fast paced.
Sort this out later, right?
He killed your mom and my dad.
They both need to get
You're
revenge.
going to need help too. Come on.
So is this how he joins the JSA? Revenge for his mother? Is this how he joins them? Oh, that would be so cool, having a Brainwave Jr. on the JSA. That would be so cool. You can't lie. Dear Sam. Wait, she's writing an email to Sam? Like, it's the same guy, but just a different alias, right? Like a different name. So he can't respond unless he's alive, and Icicle killed the guy.
We all know if we find Brainwave, we should break him in two while we can.
You're not gonna hurt my dad.
Okay, man.
Yeah? Try and stop
Okay,
me.
guys, come on.
Rick.
Come on. Stay civil. Rick.
How about you try right now?
Rick.
Sit down. Stand up.
Oh, jeez. Whoa. Oh, damn.
No worries, just ignore us like you usually do.
I told you to stay away, to not touch my friends. You know what I'll do to you.
Hey, we're not friends anymore.
Oh. No. They're not even the JSA anymore. The JSA is meant to be a team. Now they're just a group of superpowered kids. That's just not the same.
Du kan se hvordan Jordan ser på henne. Vicious
Okay, there are no subtitles for this one, so I don't know what they're saying.
Okay, we have some family business to take care of, but it's good seeing you both.
You speak Norwegian? Me neither.
Ah, smart Barbara. Smart Barbara. Okay, yeah. Again, this, I don't know, this one didn't have subtitles. Last time it had subtitles, but I don't know. Maybe that's ominous for the viewer too. You know, we don't know what they say until the actual reveal comes. Could be saying like, oh, hope they eat those poisoned food. Solomon Grundy. That's Grundy.
Let's see.
That's Grundy. No, don't go see Solomon Grundy. If he sees you, you're in trouble.
Daddy, 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 she's here! That bitch is here!
Oh, Christ. God damn it, Cindy. Is he gonna take off his hood? Are we gonna see his lizard face? His dragon face? Oh. There we go. Yep, even Brainwave Jr. hyped up. There we go, there we go. Oh. Boom, boom, boom.
I'm gonna rip this door off and kill that thing. Thought it was obvious.
Okay, no, Rick, very bad idea. Very, very bad idea. Boom, there we go. Gymnastics for the win. Oh, oh, oh. She's fighting Cindy's dad. Oh, nice. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, damn! That's his face.
It's who I've always been. It's who you are, too.
No, Henry, you're better than this. You can be better than this. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. One Punch Man. Saitama all of a sudden.
You can see how Jordan looks at her. It won't matter soon. Once the machine is turned on, everything will change.
Yeah.
What machine? What are they planning?
Uh-huh. So they're gonna brainwash her into being with him? There's a response! Is he? What? I thought the guy was dead!
How about an assist?
Yeah, come on, Brainwave and Iron Man working together, come on. Ugh. Oh. Oh, Henry!
I know what these powers did to you.
Don't kill Henry, come on, do not kill
How they
Henry.
warped what you believe in.
Jordan didn't kill your mother.
He did.
I did.
He did. What?
I had to make a choice.
Oh.
Don't make me choose again.
Oh, Jordan made him kill her. Oh.
Stand by my side.
We'll never stand by your side.
Okay, come on, don't kill Henry. He's just getting good. He is just beginning to get good. Do not kill him now.
Goodbye, son.
Oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, Henry.
I am sorry.
Oh. No.
People are good.
No.
Don't let this change your mind.
No. Oh. No.
Somebody just gotta see it for myself, and I'm giving it.
God damn it. Why? Yeah, that sucks. That completely fucking sucks. That is, oh god, no. I wanted so much more from Henry. I wanted so much more from him. That he was just getting good. Henry Kings Jr. was just getting good. He was just being to get good. They were driving him down a redemption path. I know that it could be argued that in his final moments that was his redemption, but still, no, like he needed to actually be a hero. I feel like, like he helped the others get past and he, enforced his own kind of message of goodwill and like goodness, but still, like, just you didn't have to kill him. Jesus. Oh no. Oh god, like I don't know. I didn't like that. I did not like the ending for him at all. I don't know. I mean, had they saved that for the finale, had they actually had him die facing down his dad in the finale, like having him die here now was, I think, too bad. Had he died in the finale, like, once the actual JSA versus ISA battle comes up and he's on their side, like he's the brainwave for their side, had he died in that kind of a showdown, like him versus his dad, then it would have actually, been more. At that point, we actually would have had more time with him together with the team. With this one, it's like, they were all reluctant. They were all reluctant to actually team up with him. Rick even tried to stand up to him, and then he got telekinetically pushed back onto the ground and everything, and like the team just had no trust for him at all. And then in the end, what it took was him literally sacrificing himself, him pushing Courtney through the gap, and then staying back to face his dad like that. Again, it could be argued that was his redemption. Him not just jumping through the gap himself, but actually making sure the rest of the team is on the other side and actually holding back his dad to save them. It could be argued that was his redemption. And also his last few lines actually hit me. Like, for one thing, him saying, I really am sorry for what I did to you, to Yolanda, and to Courtney as well. Like, you were right, people can be good, don't let this change your mind. Like him actually advocating that he believes Courtney and that he actually agrees with Courtney. Like, don't let my dad killing me change your mind. People can be good and you're proof of that, so go fight the good fight. That kind of stuff. That is gold. That is gold. Why would you kill him off after he says that? Keep him around so that he can actually help spread that message. I feel like with this one, the writers cared more about emotion than actual good character development. Like it's like one teeny drop of character development before you actually bring the whole roof crumbling down on him. It's just, I don't know. It bothers me. You could have actually used him a bit more, but instead you go for like that one final sacrificial moment. It could have happened later on. Like it could have been the two of them fighting for control over the satellite and trying to reverse the brainwashing versus accelerating the brainwashing. Could have been them two like fighting over something while the rest of the JSA fights off the rest of the ISA and stuff like that. It could have been an actual showdown thing. But with this one, I don't know. If I don't know. It feels like you get what they're trying to do, but it's like it didn't have to be done now. You didn't have to kill him off now just to get the. I mean, at the same time, it's like it could be argued that them, like the team, seeing Henry, the jock that they're used to seeing in such an arrogant and jerkish manner, like them seeing the usual Henry that they know go to this Henry, like becoming this Henry, could be enough of a motivation for them. Like they're going to finish off this mission for Henry, they're going to take down the ISA for Henry because he got them through and he believed in them. But yeah, I don't know, it just it just feels I wanted to get more out of him. I really wish we could actually seen him working with the team, them actually forgiving him and getting to getting to know him and stuff. I don't know, just God, we could have had so much. We could have had so much more. But no, the writers just don't like us sometimes. So yeah. So R.I.P. to Henry. There is no way he survived that, superpowers or not. I mean, again, I don't know. I mean, yeah, no, actually, I doubt he survived that. Like the whole point of that was that his death is gonna be what motivates them. So there is little to no chance that he actually survived having like an entire ceiling of rubble collapse on top of him, and it speaks volumes about his dad. It speaks volumes upon volumes about his dad that he would actually choose the ISA over his own son. Like that revealed that he was the one who killed his wife, but like I mean, that makes sense on Jordan's end because Jordan would have gave him a choice: either I kill her, or like either I kill you both, or you kill her and you carry on with us. But yeah, I don't know. I really do not know. Yeah, so first he had to choose between the ISA and his wife, and then he chose the ISA then, and now he has to choose between the ISA and his son, and he chose the ISA. The ISA, he cares more about a group of supervillains who use him for his powers than he does about his own family, his own blood family. It speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. But yeah, but damn, yeah, this, in terms of family, this was a heavy episode. In terms of family, this was a heavy episode. We start off the episode literally finding out exactly what the history between Pat and Barbara is. They actually met in the diner, in that same diner. I think it might have been the same diner that Rick found his uncle at when he first discovered his powers. He actually contemplated beating the crap out of his uncle before turning to his truck. He actually found his uncle in that diner. Great music choice at the beginning. Great music choice. That is a great song. That is a great song by Tammy Terrell and Marvin Gaye. That is a great song. And they ended up sharing a banana split. One banana split left, and then they shared it. So it was super, super romantic. And I think they actually went back to that diner to actually decode that message, the encrypted message. So, so yeah, so there was that. So we actually see how they met and stuff, and then we jump straight back to the present where she actually discovers the stuff and everything going on like that. So yeah, so when they met, it had to still. I mean, would they still have met during Starman's time? Because I think Starman. So yeah, so it's the whole Starman thing. So he used an alias. He used an alias with Barbara and Courtney, which was Sam Curtis. Sam Curtis was his alias, like the different name he used for them. So would he? So like, So yeah, so then it raises. I mean, for me personally, it raises a bunch of questions, which is A: did he meet? Did Sylvester meet Barbara through Pat, or did Pat meet Barbara after Sylvester died? Like, did he pretend not to know her? Did he pretend not to know her and just Sylvester could have actually asked him as well. The one thing we saw him asking Pat on screen was find someone else to wield the staff, which he did. But then off screen, if he was still, assuming by that time he was actually married to Barbara and he actually had Courtney, at that point off screen he could have actually asked. I mean, I don't know if we actually saw him dying on screen, but assuming we actually saw him die. I mean, well, yeah, no. Like, assuming at that point he actually was with Courtney and with Barbara even, and all that stuff happened. So my mind is jumbled. My mind is still trying to process the whole Henry thing. So yeah, bear with me. So assuming all that stuff was in place, he could have asked. And assuming he didn't die off screen, well, no, he didn't die on screen. Then he could have asked Pat to watch over Barbara and Courtney without telling them that he was Starman too. That explains why, from the very beginning, Pat was so hesitant towards Courtney that, Starman isn't your dad. He's not your dad. Like, it was more like, it was less the fact that he actually wasn't her dad, and more the fact that, in order to keep her safe, or at least as safe as humanly possible from this stuff, he had to actually insist to her that Starman wasn't her dad. That for whatever reason, the staff chose her, but it wasn't some kind of genetic inheritance. Like, Starman wasn't her dad. There was no connection there. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, so there was that. Then Barbara actually emailed Sam Curtis. She actually emailed Sam Curtis, and then at the end, we saw that there was a response. So that begs the question: is he really dead? And or B, is someone else in charge of his account? Is someone else in charge of his email? Like, did he leave someone else in charge of his email for whatever reason? Or maybe Sam Curtis is actually a different person. Maybe there's like doppelgangers. Maybe there's actually one who's actually Sam Curtis, who's Sam Curtis but looks like Starman, and maybe then there was Starman too, who actually just looks like Sam Curtis. Maybe it's like a doppelganger situation that doesn't require multiple Earths. Maybe there's actually two people who look exactly the same, born on the same planet, maybe the same time. They're just as old as each other. They look like each other, and then I don't know. That one seems less likely. That one seems like that one makes me that one. Sounds like I'm just reaching for straws, but still, I don't know. I don't know. My brain is still kind of in mourning, in mourning of the whole Henry thing. So I'm just coming up with random theories. But yeah, speaking of Henry, him and Stargirl are cousins. I did not see that one coming. I did not see that twist coming. Him and Stargirl. So Mary King, Henry's mother, was Starman's sister. Starman was her brother. Starman was her brother, and I think she was a villain too. He said they met when they were when he was robbing a bank. Yeah, he met when they were robbing a bank, or at least a bank robbing was happening when they first met, and she was known as the Girl of 1,000 Gimmicks. Yeah, the newspapers wrote about them. Apparently, they were both villains. He was Brainwave, and she was or at least he was like the murderous telepath, and she was the Girl of 1,000 Gimmicks. So that makes me wonder what that's all about. Like if she actually had powers, or if she had some other kind of villainous trait up her sleeve. But either way, it's how they met, and she caught him. She caught him in more ways than one. So then they got together, and she saw the good in him. She saw the good in him and tried to foster that and actually nurture that. And then him being a part of the ISA, Jordan didn't like that. Jordan did not like it. So his claim initially on the tapes was, oh, Jordan actually didn't like it, so he sent the the JSA to ambush them. He sent the JSA to ambush them, but yeah, so he mentions having killed the JSA, but we know from the very beginning of the season, 8 years ago, him and the ISA killed them. Like, to my knowledge, Mary wasn't involved. If she was, we never saw her. We never got like a name for her. We never got a reveal. So I don't know what happened there, but I think Jordan most definitely knew that Starman was Mary's brother, and that he was part of the JSA, their rival team. So then he either sent him to them, or he actually called the ISA into a mission to actually hunt down the JSA and kill them. So they did that, because then, because I think it was a case of like, I think it must have been a case of the ISA actually tracked down the JSA at their lair or something, and then stuff went down that way. So yeah, there was that. But then, yeah, long story short, they killed them, and Icicle was the one that killed Starman. And then after that happened, Mary was heartbroken. So they had that whole thing going on. So then I wonder, like the way he described it, she drowned in a pool and her body was ice cold. As soon as he mentioned that, I was like, okay, Icicle has to be involved somehow. It would make more sense if Icicle killed Mary, because he saw that she was fostering the good in him, and it was becoming a distraction. She was distracting him from Project New America, from actually completing it and getting his brain ready for it and everything. So it would make more sense if Icicle killed her as a way to actually get Jordan back, to get Henry back onto their side. But no, but then by the end of it, he says that, that's actually not the full story. It's actually that, Jordan made Icicle choose between the ISA and Mary, and then Brainwave killed Mary. He chose the ISA over her. So how the ice cold thing actually still comes into effect, I don't know. Or if maybe they put her body in a pool afterwards to make it look like an accident, so that then nobody would ask questions. Then that could also be how it happened. But I don't know. Either way, that stuff happened. So then Henry Jr. and Courtney are cousins. Yeah, it's the family tree logic. If your parent's sibling has another kid, they are automatically your cousins. So that is super weird, and again, that makes it hurt even more. It's like it's within the same kind of day and episode that she finds out that Henry is her cousin, that she loses him. So then Brainwave is her uncle. Her uncle killed her cousin. This is okay. Yeah. I thought this was I thought the family stuff in this was hard enough to understand without actually bringing in more and more present day family stuff. So yeah, I don't know. These family ties are trippy. So yeah, so her uncle killed her cousin right in front of her. That family therapy is gonna cost thousands. But Yeah, so her uncle killed her cousin right in front of her. That sounds weirder the more you say it. It sounds weirder the more you say it, but that happened. But yeah, Henry's redemption was coming through. I believe. I really feel like Henry's redemption was coming through. But I think halfway through the episode, I was kind of questioning whether or not that redemption would be possible. Because I think his main course of redemption was because he found out that Icicle killed his mother. His main course of redemption was because of that. So he found out that Icicle killed his mother. So he wanted to take down Icicle himself, but then he actually came almost face to face, and he got terrified. So he went to Courtney and the JSA. So had he not found that out, had he not found out that Icicle was responsible for his mum's death, would he still have actually gone down the same path, or would he have actually joined his dad instead? Because up until then, like the entire previous episode, he was slowly picking up and adopting his dad's philosophy that people are evil and that people are monsters. But then after finding out that, I mean, there was also the conversation he had with Courtney. Courtney tried to convince him that, it's not just good and bad. There's a whole grey area. People can be good, people can be bad, but it's all about actually helping people to be good and encouraging them to be good. So there was that helped too. But then at the same time, yeah, like I think I personally can't help but consider, had he not seen that tape, had he not investigated his mother's death further, had Brainwave not even waken up and mentioned that thing and shown signs of memory loss for 10 years, then would well, I don't know if it was 10 years, because I think Henry's older than well, no, I mean, she would have died when he was very, very young. So yeah, then it was 10 years. Yeah, so yeah, had he not had he not encountered any of that, had he not known anything about his mum's death, how it really happened, would he still have joined Courtney? Would he still have gone to Courtney? Would he still have even known what the truth was, or would he have actually jumped down the path with his dad and actually become the next Brainwave? Had that happened, he'd probably still be alive. Had that happened, he'd probably still be alive, because it was him discovering all of this, then being too afraid to face Icicle, then going straight to Courtney and the JSA and formulating this plan. That's what led to his death and his sacrifice. Him actually working with them to stop them. It was so cool seeing them team up there. It was so cool seeing him team up with Yolanda and with Courtney against Dragon King and his minions. We saw Dragon King's face finally. She whacked his face with the spear, and then his hood came off, and we saw his face. It's like, yeah, I mean, the way he warned Cindy, I was expecting some more Medusa level stuff, but no, it looks like a really freaky lizard face, but it's not something overly, disgusting, or maybe it's just terrifying. Maybe it's the fact that it's actually terrifying. People know that he wears a hood, but they don't know how different or how bad he looks under there, so they don't know what to expect. So in that case, the screaming was accurate. But yeah, I don't know. I do not know. But yeah, so that team up was cool. He was using his telekinesis. Yolanda was using her kung fu and her boxing and her talons and everything. So Courtney didn't have her spear back straight away, so she opted for a staff, a spear, even a spear, like a spear instead. So that was cool. So they had some work to put in. So that was cool to see. And then, of course, they actually fight back to the tunnels, and then Henry stays behind to stop his dad, and then he actually shows signs of goodness too. He shows signs of his own goodness, not wanting to hurt people, believing they can be good. And yeah, again, it's the final lines. It's the final lines that kill me. Him saying to Yolanda, I really am sorry for what I did to you, and him saying to Courtney, you were right, people can be good. Don't let this change your mind. Especially him saying, don't let this change your mind, because he knows that Courtney would see him being killed by his father and then become angrier, but then he encourages her, keep having faith in the goodness of people. Don't let this turn you evil or turn you vengeful or anything like that. So yeah, again, that was gold. Why did we have to kill him off after the gold? Why did we have to kill him off after we struck gold? Keep the if you strike gold, you don't just throw the gold away, being like, oh well, at least I held gold for 2 seconds. You keep the gold and you nurture the gold. You don't just throw it away just like that. Oh god, I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna work with Henry's death. Again, it's gonna be. I feel like it's going to be like a Phil Coulson thing without the resurrection. It's going to be like Phil Coulson, Henry's death is what motivates the JSA to band back together as a team and to defeat the ISA, but there's not going to be any kind of spin-off or any kind of thing where he's actually secretly revealed to be still alive or resurrected or something. Like it's gonna literally end with his death is gonna be the motivator, and it's gonna stay as a sacrificial death. So yeah, I don't know. I do not know, but we will see. We will see how it all goes. And he wasn't the only one with the need for revenge. Rick and Beth ran into Solomon Grundy's cage, and Rick recognized him almost immediately. I mean, it's a big, hunking, growling figure that's trapped behind a cell door, so it's not really hard to differentiate. But he found Solomon Grundy, and instantaneously turned his hourglass and tried to use his strength to rip off Grundy's door, and boosted himself into vengeance mode, being like, "Oh, I'm gonna take this door down and kill the thing that killed my family." But yeah, no, I didn't have faith in that at all. I had little to no faith in him. One, being able to rip the door down, and two, being able to kill Solomon Grundy. He was acting purely on emotion. I mean, it's understandable emotion. He was seeing the thing that killed his parents, and he immediately jumped back into his revenge mission. Like, he even said it to Courtney from the beginning. He doesn't want justice. He wants revenge. So yeah, so I guess the revenge will have to wait till later. But he met Solomon Grundy. They saw him, and I think he still got like a good inch. He kind of creased the door a bit, but he still got like a good inch off of the door, so there was still that. And then Solomon was actually crashing the door and trying to break out himself. So I don't know what happened there, but yeah, no. But yeah, that was that. So Rick versus Solomon didn't happen, but Rick saw him, and he was all the more motivated to fight him. So we had that. And yeah, then there was the whole Barbara and Pat stuff. Barbara kicking Pat out that night. I didn't see that one coming. And then, of course, her going the extra mile the next day, like her wanting to pack up and wanting Courtney to pack up and stuff so that they could leave Blue Valley that day directly. That was... Yeah, I mean, as a parent, you can kind of see where she's coming from. As a parent, she's struggling to believe that this stuff exists in any kind of way. She's struggling to believe that this stuff even exists, but then to actually have to accept the fact that her daughter is involved in this stuff is even harder. And even her asking Pat to tell her the truth about the car accident thing, like, was she really in a car accident, or was she involved in one of these supervillain stories of yours? So, you see where she's coming from. So she had some troubles and some issues of her own. So that kind of brought her some trouble. So yeah, there was that. And then she had the brilliant idea to actually, I think it was definitely in the back of her mind. As soon as Icicle and his parents walked into her office, it was definitely in the back of her mind, like, okay, are these people really bad guys? And especially as the fact that neither of them speak Norwegian, and then, Jordan's parents are known for speaking Norwegian, being Norwegians and all. She just has to secretly record them. And it's like, hey, Pat, do you speak Norwegian? No? Neither do I. That's why I recorded them, so we can translate that shit and see what they're really saying behind all those smiles and their Norwegian desserts and whatever the hell they baked. So... there was that. So that was some ingenious thinking. That was some smart thinking. And even Pat was trying to compliment her, thinking he would actually buy his way out of her watchful eye. So yeah, so his parents mentioned liking the guy. I mean, they mentioned last episode too. They mentioned last episode at the dinner table. Like the mother said, I like this one. Her daughter, not so much. So they like Barbara. And there's like, I see the way Jordan looks at her. So yeah, so they see some kind of potential romance. Between Jordan and Barbara. And then they mentioned like the brainwashing, the brain controlling is going to come up later on. So I feel like they might still brainwash her, just not in the same way as everyone else. Everyone else is going to be there like their mindless drones doing whatever they want them to do, like the poison minds, or at least the poison minds they're trying to cure. But then Barbara, because of how Jordan sees her and Jordan looks at her, I feel like they might brainwash her into being his love interest. They might brainwash her into being his wife and stuff, or being his bride or whatever, just his love interest in general. So that's their plan. So they have that, and now Brainwave is awake and he's alive, and he's sworn his allegiance to the ISA over his own son. So they have him completely on their side. So now all that needs to be done is for them to plug his brain in, plug his head into the machine, connect the satellite to all those humans, and then to all 6 states, and then the brain controlling can begin. The mind control can begin. So yeah, so going forward we can see exactly how all this stuff goes down and how the JSA proceeds with stopping the ISA, how Henry's sacrifice motivates them and how it pushes them forward as a team, and how Barbara continues to adapt to all this superhero stuff. I think that's gonna be cool. So yeah, we can see how it all goes. But yeah, I think I look forward to seeing how his sacrifice actually impacts the team. If they actually talk about him even more, if they do anything, I think it's good that we actually. I think it's also good that we actually got like an apology out of him towards Yolanda. Like even if she doesn't accept, I mean, now it would be kind of hard for her to not accept it without being mean about it, because he did literally give their life to save them. But at the same time, it's like it's good that we actually still got him apologizing as best as he could to do it and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be interesting to see. But that is pretty much all I have from this one. I think. What else would we have? Oh yeah, no, Mike. I was gonna talk about Mike. He was kind of huffy this episode. He was kind of huffy and puffy, like you could tell that Pat and Courtney were hiding something between the two of them. So now Barbara knows. So now it only makes sense to bring him in too. But at the same time, it's like the less people involved, the better. That is the common kind of mythology behind superheroes. The less innocent civilians involved in this, the better. But at the same time, it's like give Mike the Johnny Thunder pen. Like, people, I've seen comments saying that his friend Jakeem is actually in the comics. He's actually the one to actually wield the next to be the next wielder of the Johnny Thunder pen. He's the next one to actually receive those powers. And I don't even know what the pen. I mean, is the pen special, or is it just like some kind of vessel that holds Johnny Thunder's spirit? Like, is the pen like a weapon or something? Is it like the pen from Percy Jackson? If you click it, is a sword gonna come out or something, or is it gonna turn into a gun or something? I don't know. The pen doesn't seem to exhibit anything specific. I mean, so far my guess is it probably contains the power and spirit of Johnny Thunder himself, because we hear the laughs coming from it. So I don't know. I think. So far, I think it could be a weapon, but until the spirit inside it is actually inhabited in a human vessel, it's not really a weapon just as yet. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they should actually wait to use it on Jakeem in season 2, or if they actually should just give it to Mike now and just get it over and done with, or what's gonna happen. But I mean, Mike, he has his own familial issues going on. Like, he, even in this episode, because Courtney was hiding the stuff between her and Pat, he felt like, because she's not his real brother, and he's not her real brother, and she's not his real sister. Like, he just felt like kind of left out, and that, brothers and sisters don't keep secrets. But I guess if you want to keep secrets, then we're not real brothers and sisters. So have a nice life, Courtney. Like, him just kind of throwing that fit. I don't know. It's hard to kind of decipher him sometimes, and it's hard to kind of talk up to him sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping either he wields the pen or they bring Jakeem in soon. I think obviously people want to see comic accurate stuff happen in terms of characters and castings, but if they can do it right. If there's even the smallest chance they can actually do it right and actually still keep people entertained and satisfied, then, sure, bring Mike in, see how it goes. But I think, for the sake of comic accuracy, they might want to stick to Jakeem. Or I think, or maybe they can do it as a one-time thing. Maybe they can give Mike the powers as a one-time thing for the finale, or maybe it can be like some kind of thing where he walks into Courtney's room one day looking for something, and he finds the pen, he clicks it, it goes into him, he becomes the new Johnny Thunder, and then the team discovers it and Pat discovers it, and then it's too late to reverse it because the ISA is already out there, and so he has these powers and he uses it. And then at the very end of the season, then they manage to reverse it. And then in season 2, Jakeem comes along. So that way everybody wins. That way we actually get to see Mike just kind of improving it as Johnny Thunder, and we get to see Jakeem actually fulfilling his comic book role as Johnny Thunder 2, or maybe Jakeem Thunder if that's what he goes with. But either way, I feel like that would be a fun way to do it. That could be a fun way to do it, but we'll see. We will see how it all goes. But yeah, that is pretty much all I've gotten from this episode. So it was cool. But yeah, that was Stargirl season 1, episode 11, titled Brainwave Jr. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment on what you thought of the episode and what you think is coming up next time on Stargirl. Once again, the full length reaction for this episode will be over on Patreon, so you can go check that out over there. And yeah, that is it. So I will see you guys next time.